Welcome back, guys. So, in this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of your healer. Basically, we have two main healer at the moment in the game. That we could have more in the future, but at the moment, we have two of them. The first one is Atlanta, and the other one is Rexenor, which is right here. Let's talk about him first. He is a regular hero, um, and let's look at his ability. You pretty much need a healer pretty much for any battle. I mean, you don't have a healer in your team. You I can probably about 95% of the time you won't make it far enough. So a healer is pretty much a must. But as you can see here, these are all his skill levels that I have right now. His first ability is level 32, and the rest of them are about 35, 35, and 30. And his healing is not as good as Atalanta. She just heals a whole lot more than he does. But the one thing that I like about him is that not only of course his main healing skill, um, his basically passive kind of, I would say a kind of passive skill because you don't need to activate it or anything is the basically every two attacks he gives an additional 1.6k health for 4 seconds to the lowest ally with the lowest wounded ally. It's not that much when you face against really higher up levels heroes, and they'll just eat right through you. That's why he's not as good as Atatlanta because his heal rate sometimes is not as good keeping up. But if you need that very last little push, he will do it for you. And then this one, just basically anybody in front of him will get additional 31% life steal, so they get more basically health. And the last one, they just grant more physical defense for 4 seconds. So he's more of a physical type um, of a healer. He works best with physical attacking heroes. So that's where I would put him in. Anybody, if you go up against a hero that has a very strong physical fighter, he's a good support hero. Putting him behind basically one of your main attacker up against the physical fighter on the enemy's team will give you a little edge. Not and it also depends on how strong that the enemy you're facing. Sometimes it just too strong and there's nothing you can do much about it. And then if that's the case, you shouldn't be messing with those kind of players. And then the last thing I want to cover, which I really like about him, is when you awaken him. Okay, his fifth skill right here. It says every basic attack now additionally heals the most wounded ally 2k health. So basically, it's just like the tonic of revival instead of so for every attack he heals 2k's health, and the second attack he's gonna heal additional because of tonic of revival. He's gonna heal additional 1.6k to the lowest to the most wounded ally. So you're getting for every two hits he will heal 3.6k health, and for every one hit he'll heal 2k health, which is really good. I mean that's a it's a like I said, when you need a slight edge he can do it. He can give you that slight little advantage toward the other team. But most of the time, I don't use him as my main hero. So my main healer. So my main healer is Atalanta right here. She is very very powerful, and that's why I maxed out her Divine Frost right here, the first ability to level 44. I'm level 44 at the moment. I cannot go any higher. So when I hit level 45, I can max her out. That skill completely out. Her next skill is also maxed. It's Heavenly Blast. So basically, every three attacks, her she will deal a 24k damage. That's a lot. Magical damage to target and heal allies around the enemy for target for 9.7 seconds. That's not 9.7k health. That's quite a bit. And, you can see the difference in between her and Rexenor. Rexenor, he just not he's on the low end of the healing side, but he's good as an I guess a beginner character. But as you progress more, you definitely want to get Atlanta. And let's see. Um, Celestial Protection, level 35, you gain pretty much 35.2% magical defense for the enemy and for the allies in front. So you up against this is why she's good against somebody who has a lot of magical damage that does a lot of magical damage. Um, put her behind whoever's the tank in front, and it'll give them additional magical defense that otherwise they wouldn't have get. It won't. This skill would be useless if you put it your main hero in front of her up against somebody who is basically a physical attacker. So it doesn't do any good. So you gain a little bit more of advantage if you um, go up against somebody that does more of a magical attack. So and then the last skill right here, I'm basically maxed out the other three except that celestial protection at the moment because I don't always go up against some magical attackers. Most people have physical fighter, physical defenders as tank most of the time. So it's not as important as the other three, but this last one is pretty important too. Divine Frost, which is her main skill, main ability, is now able to grant basically a 13.5k shield. Um, now 13.3, sorry, k shield for 8 seconds for the your hero. So basically, not only she heals them by 20.6k, it will add a 13.5.3k on top of that. So technically, you're getting about 33, 33k ish, so 34k um, health every time you use her, which is very, very significant. Now, one last thing which I think is really important too, when you awaken her, her fifth ability will allow her to deal. So basically, whenever she deals a critical hit, she heals not just one, not the lowest ally like Rexenor, okay? She heals all allies for 5.5k health, which is insane, which is really good, okay? Now, to basically use this skill to take advantage of it to as much as possible, what you want to do is go to your rune section, okay? This is where you equip all the runes on her. As you can see what I have here, I have four of the Apollo runes, okay? And when you have a set of four of those, it activate the basically a bonus ability for this rune, and it basically allow me to critical chance 20%. So what that means is she gains an additional 20% chance of doing a critical damage on an enemy. Now, when you go back and look at her stats, the chance of her doing getting a critical hit is only 4%. But because of the rune, the set of four runes that we have, it helps her gain basically an additional 20%, and then the other 8% basically here's and there from each individual runes itself. So she can do every hit she does. There's a basically a 30 yeah, about 33% chance that she will hit critical. What that means is that will activate her fifth skill, and that is a tremendous help for your hero, your team. Now, and the other two runes that I use is called the Hermes rune. So basically, when you collect both of these, it increases basic attack speed by 10%. So that means she will be able to hit 10 times, I mean, not 10 times, I wish, 10% extra faster than normally. So what that means is it will it will allow her to basically do strike more, okay? The more she strikes, there's a better chance that she will hit critical, and that means there's a better chance that she's gonna heal your heroes. So that's why I use these two types of runes here. And basically, just take advantage of her skill as much as possible. So, and she does really well, pretty much up against anything. And honestly, I think she's my favorite hero in here. Without her, the all my other hero will struggle pretty bad up against on doing battles. So, yeah, that's what I want. I just want to go over the two healers in this game, and just kind of let you guys know, basically the best thing that I can do for them to take the most advantage of this. Well, Renex, sir, I don't really his skill doesn't really base on his ability doesn't really base much on the runes. So runes you can just put anything you want on there. I just basically put 10% magical ability power and 10% physical ability power, which probably useless because he doesn't do physical ability power attack. But whatever I can stuff in at the moment until I find better rune to replace for him. And magical defense plus 12%. As a matter of fact, um, do I have any runes that will allow me to attack faster that I can use on him? Nope. See, the problem is I don't have enough runes to because if he attacks quicker, he will heal a lot more hero as well. So, but at the moment, I do not have one that will fit in this situation. Let me see what I got here. Maybe I can, yeah, maybe I can change this up. Let's remove that. Put that in there. Equip. Let's go ahead and remove that too. He doesn't need the physical ability power. That just kind of waste on him. Where is that? Here it is. Basic attack speed. Let's go ahead and equip that. Remove the other one. And let's go ahead and equip this one. And let's see if we can get another. Yes, we do have one. Thank God. Nice. So now his basic attack speed is 10% extra. So that will basically, give you a slight more advantage. He will attack quicker, so that means he will heal more. The only time I will use this two hero together on the same team is most likely inside trail. What is it? What is it? Trials. Trials of something something. I don't remember the name. I'm going there to show you right now. Trials of when that thing loads. Select tiers. Trial Trials of Champions. So that's the only time I will use both of the heroes in here because it does. So most of the attackers, most of the enemy hero in here are tankers. So you want to survive as long as you can, and some of them does. Every now and then you run into somebody that does a lot of damage, and of course more extra healing will always be